from the Michigan Theater, Steve Tucker. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Bart. How are you?
I'm good. How are
Good to
you?
be here. Winter is finally back, I guess.
Winter's here, yeah.
Winter is kind of here, yeah.
It's good for things like Winter Film Series.
The Winter Film Series, and that's kicked off with I shouldn't say with a vengeance, but it's been a nice opening back, getting back at it, and that's been great. Tonight is part of the film series, the Thursday night film, and it's Marcel the Shell with Shoes On.
Mm-hmm.
And that starts on Thursday night at 7 p.m. Remember, members are free tonight. I would encourage everybody in Jackson to become a member because it's so fun to be a member of the Michigan
And it's
Theater.
cheap.
It's cheap, and the rewards are endless. Some of them are more intrinsic than extrinsic, but you do get your money's worth. That's one thing.
Well, you get more than your money's worth. I witnessed someone signing up, I think a week or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
They signed up and they paid their $30, and you gave them a welcome to the Michigan Theater package. They got $10 in concession
Right.
coupons right off the bat.
Right?
And they got a tote bag and I think a coat and unlimited movies.
Small car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's well worth it. And here's Marcel the Shell. Someone told me this movie took years to make.
I don't know anything about this movie. Tony had found this one, and A24, A24, they put out some really thoughtful movies, films. It's not a shoot 'em up Tony kind of a film, but it's their movies are always kind of smart and thoughtful. So we're looking forward to that one. I'm hoping I can get in and watch that one tonight.
Well, I was talking to Steve before the show, asking him if he saw the last movie I saw at the Michigan Theater, which was Monday, and you're working, you don't have a chance to get in and see the movies.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I do get to pop in and sit there and appreciate the room itself. It still welds me when I walk in there in the day. And
Well, I don't know what you did, but you polished the tile floor that's in the lobby.
unbelievable, isn't it?
Unbelievable. It's
Yeah.
like it's a mirror shine.
Right, and the colors just kind of like speak to you when
Yeah.
you walk in. Yeah, Paul did that. Paul Coughlin, he has a technique that does it, strips that floor right down and brings out all the color, and then enhances it with a few things, and it looks good. We had the Sunday event, and it was snowing that day, so I said, Tony, let's not ruin his floor all in one day. And so we covered it all with as many coverings as we could for the Blake Corum event. And it was kind of nasty out, and we had about 600 in the theater for that, so that was good.
Well, that's reason enough to come down and check out the Michigan
Right.
Theater and see the beauty of its
We have the
showplace.
film tonight. I would like to talk a little bit about what we have this weekend and coming up, and I called it up on purpose. Tonight's the film. Tomorrow night is a private thing. On Saturday, we have our open jam with 5 Second Rule. That's Mike Krupe's band, and that's always fun. Remember, for that, all you have to do is bring your own instrument. If you don't have an instrument, but you can play an instrument, you can play one of mine. I don't mind. We have a few of them there. And that's for anybody who wants to play or sing or just get up on stage and bang on a tambourine. So it's an open event. If you are a musician, like a bass player, guitar player, keyboard player, whatever, we have everything there. And you're invited to come up. It's free. It's sponsored by us, the Michigan Theater.
You have a grand piano too, don't you?
That doesn't usually come out
okay.
on the jam nights.
Oh.
I have a really nice, a few nice keyboard, and I've got a 1956 Hammond B3 that's in top shape. In fact, when the great big jazz performer came here from New York City last year, they rented it for the jazz festival out,
And they left it?
they loved it. The guy said it was the best Hammond B3 he's ever played, 1956.
They left it? They left it or loved it?
They loved it. No, we got it back.
Oh, they took it. Well,
No.
what is a Hammond B3?
It's the instrument of choice for any jazz organist or blues
organist.
organist.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Hammond organ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a Hammond B3. And we just happen to have one of the best years they ever made them, 1956. And
That was the best year to make things.
Well, yeah. Well, 54 is pretty good too. Yeah. And then that's Saturday night, and then we have the graduate coming in. We have a couple private events this weekend, a birthday party during the day on Saturday and Sunday.
Mel Brooks' wife, Ann Bancroft,
Yep.
is Mrs. Robinson.
I didn't know they were married.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great film. And then on the we have a reggae band coming on February 4th, Saturday. Tickets are still available online, and then an acoustic Sunday with Mike, and then we've got the big show coming in, with Chris Jansen on February 11th, and that's almost sold out. We're at about 900 seats. That's Country Boots and Band, so it's going really good.
Nice.
We're really excited about that. And our capital campaign is off and running. We are accepting any donations, large or small. You can go online to themichigantheater.org, and theater remembers RE, and you can make a donation there. Or you can make a donation by coming down and talking to me. We have plenty of printed materials for you to see what we're going to be doing. And it looks like it will be starting sooner than later. And we're very excited about that. I was on the phone with the plaster company yesterday, and they can do things in increments now. They can do it incrementally, so it doesn't look like we're going to have a big, long closure. And that's great.
So, you've done such a great job of making the place look wonderful, but if you look close, you can see damage to some of the plaster and, the carpet. It's original, isn't it?
No, it is not original, but it's been, the original carpet is a really cool pattern. And when you come in, I'll take you upstairs because there's a couple little areas where you can see the original carpet. And part of our capital campaign is replacing that carpet and making it look somewhat period correct. We may have to have it made. I'm hoping we can find that pattern somewhere because it's pretty unique.
Well, you've got things in the place that are just, you wouldn't expect, like in the bathrooms.
Right.
There's like Pewabic tile.
The tile along the, that's beautiful tile.
It's beautiful.
Right. And
everything's original.
Yep. And there are some other things that were in that restroom. Every once in a while, George Davis comes back and he says, I think I know where those fountains are. That they were like a hand washing or a drinking fountain. I'm not even sure what they were, but they were in that part of the restroom. You can see in the wall where there's some fixtures, it was plumbed in. And he found them. I said, oh, okay, that's what those things are. I thought it was like a doorstop.
Of all the things that need to be done, it's a lot of little, but there's some major pieces.
Plaster.
Yeah, but you want to thrust the stage out.
Going to bring the stage out a little bit, extend that stage about 11 feet, which will give us, 11 feet is a lot of feet when you talk about stage, staging and being able to bring out either the ballet, a dance, a bigger show, a live, a play, a performance, a musical, or even the symphony. So the symphony will be able to fit on there without any issue. And as part of that, it also creates a very important part of the Michigan Theater's storage space. Under that area is going to be a place to put stuff.
The balcony, awesome balcony, but it's people might have fear of heights because it's steep and the seats are really small.
Yeah, it's amazingly steep, and I don't know if people. Well, I know that people were, in 1930 they were smaller.
Smaller,
right? Even in 1960s they were smaller. Alex Karras was lighter than me, and he played defensive tackle for the Detroit Lions in the 60s, and he was smaller than me.
Small guy, yeah.
But he was, they were all that size. So in 1930, everybody was smaller, and they must have been more agile to do that. I get up there, and it is steep. You look down, you go like, oh boy.
I know.
The balcony itself, though, juts over to the fourth row of the theater.
That's far out.
You're really close. Yeah. If you're in that primo seat.
But you're going to change that, so it's going to be like.
We're going to try to create
cafe seating.
Right.
Oh, cool.
We're going to create some sort of new seating. I've been on the phone with different theaters today. One in Indiana, the Paramount Theater in Indiana. And I've also spoken to some other companies that do rigging and lighting and stuff like that. And stage extension stuff. So We're getting really close to being able to just go.
Oh,
you
my.
know? And when it happens, it's going to happen.
So be a part of it.
Yeah,
Join the
we
capital
need
campaign.
help. We do.
Yeah.
We really do. And I would be lying if I said we didn't.
Yeah, a big $6 million overall project, so be a part of that. Keep that Michigan Theater the gem for the next generation. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Bart, as always, for your continued support. Unbelievable. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, we've used up all our time. Thanks to Steve and all our guests today. Don't forget, live high school basketball on Thursday and Friday nights right here in JTV. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.